Let's hit record. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Waning Moon Cyclical Yoga session. This one is all about grounding. It does still have a bit of a flow, but also there are restful poses in between. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. So let's get onto the mat and get started. So we're going to start today in kneeling position. You can either be stretched out on your toes or sitting on your toes. See which one is more comfortable for you. And just take a moment to bring one hand on top of the other, thumbs to touch in the lap. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Do that a couple more times. Breathe in, breathe out. And again. And then just hold here, close down the eyes. Take a minute to arrive onto the mat. We're going to reach the arms up and overhead. Bring the palms to touch, look towards the sky. And then bring the thumbs to the sternum. Relaxed shoulders down, looking towards the fingertips. Take a moment here to set an intention for your practice today. I always like to start the practice with intention. What brought you to this practice today? And once you've got that, breathe in. Big exhale out. Surrounded by that intention. Two more like that. Deep breath in. And long breath out. And one more. Very good. We're going to come onto the hands and knees. We've got the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And just start to shift the weight all the way to the left side. Bring them forward, to the right, back towards the feet. Connecting with the earth, connecting with the ground. Make these circles as large or as little as you would like today. If you go further forward, it's a little bit more engaging with the core. So really check what level your body is craving today. Next time you reach the front, we're going to change directions. Feeling your feet on the ground, your fingertips on the ground, knees. Maybe closing down the eyes. Maybe moving the neck as you turn. And maybe we meet somewhere in the middle. Good. Starting with some cat-cows, you know the drill. Start, breathe out all the air, exhale. And then as you take a breath in through the nose, dip the belly towards the mat, lift the tailbone, look ahead. Exhale, push the ground away, round the spine, chin to chest. Stay here. Inhale, belly towards the mat. And exhale, push, 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 ground away. Exhaling all the air out through the nose until you reach the end, taking a pause. When you next require that breath in through the nose, that's your cue. Take 3 more like this with your own breath. See if we can gradually extend that pause at the end of the exhale with no air. Before taking a breath in, letting the lungs fill up. They know exactly how much they need to fill up. Trust, let go. The waning moon has this element of letting go. slowing down. The moon becomes less and less visible in the sky. A nice time as well to reflect on what has happened throughout the moon cycle. And we meet in the middle. Bring the left hand into the center. Inhale, reach the right arm up all the way. Reach, reach, reach. And as you exhale, thread it through underneath the wrist. Reach out and then drop the shoulder, drop the ear towards the mat. If there is some distance between your head and the mat, you can think about bringing a pillow or a block into your practice. And maybe you walk the left arm up and overhead for a slightly deeper stretch. I hope the mic is not too muffled, as it's underneath my armpit at the moment. Just feel the stretch, restore. With each breath, you are nourishing yourself. Bring the left hand back down. Push yourself back up, reach the right arm. And as you exhale, bring it forward, 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 and to the center of the ground. Inhale, left arm comes up. And exhale, thread it through. And again, inhale, reach the arm up, reach, reach, reach. And exhale, thread it all the way through. Once more, inhale, push away with the right hand, reach the left arm up. And as you exhale, thread it all the way through, reach away from the body. Drop the shoulder, drop the left ear down to the ground. Maybe walking the right hands overhead if that feels okay for you. 3 breaths here. Lovely, walking the hand back, pressing the ground away. Inhale, left arm comes up, and bring it forward, and back to center. Really nice, sit back on the heels for a moment, and just open and close the fists, warming up the wrists. And then we're going to place the back of the hand down onto the ground, fingertips facing towards you. And very gently bring the hips back towards the heels until you feel a light stretch in the back of the wrist. Do that a couple of times, moving forward and back, feeling the ground beneath the back of the hands. Nice, bring the fingertips to face one another. And this time, rocking right to left. And the last one, turning the palm so the fingertips face towards you. This time we've got the palm on the ground. And again, start to slowly sit back. Just breathe into that nice stretch all down the front of the arm. Nice. Come back to neutral. Tuck the toes under, hover the knees. Hips come to heels and up, downward facing dog. And slowly pedal one heel to the ground and the other. And then we're going to walk the feet all the way to the front of the mat. Stay here in your forward fold. Take a generous bend and let the chest melt over the thighs. Release the neck, release the head. And just bring the hands to the back of the calves. Give them a light massage. Maybe the nose comes in between the knees. And then pressing the ground down with the feet. You're going to slowly start to roll up. If you think you're going slow, go a bit slower. Take some time, feel that connection pressing away from the ground with the feet. Slowly, slowly. Use the breath to float the head up. And once you're in your standing position, roll the shoulders up, down and back. Bring the hands into Tadasana, mountain pose. Palms come behind you slightly. Fingertips are engaged. And here we're gonna reach the right arm up and overhead. Drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. And just very lightly rest the right hand on the head. With the left hand, we're pressing it away, pushing it away from us. It's going down. Still engaged. Notice how it feels to bring that arm slightly backwards, behind. We don't want to be pushing down with the hand. Actually, we will kind of want to be doing the opposite. So try it now with me. Think about pressing your head into your hand. Hold it here for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. Bring the arm up, diagonal stretch, and exhale, release both hands. Take a moment to observe the difference between the right side of the neck and the left side. Is there a slight more spaciousness on one side than the other? I'm going to go on to the other side, find your Tadasana. This time, we're going to reach the left arm up and just rest it on the head. Bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. Right fingers point towards the ground, right shoulder is back and down. Full breath, full inhale, full exhale. And then again, we're going to push the head into the hand for 3, for 2, and for 1. Release. Bring the hand into a diagonal stretch and then let it all go. Swing the arms, I'm going to shrug the shoulders. Now bring the chin towards the chest, clasp the hands together on the back of the head, stretching the back of the neck. Breathe. And again, try pushing the head against the hands just for 1 breath. And then release it down. Inhale, look ahead. We're going to bring now the hands to clasp again in front of us, underneath the chin. Bring the elbows towards each other as much as you can. As you inhale, lift the elbows wide and allow them to tilt the chin up slightly towards the sky. And then bring the elbows back down. And again, inhale. Bring the elbows up, look up. And bring them back down once more. And bringing them back down, nice. Coming to the top of the mat. We're going to take a slow sun salutation. With Hatha, we tend to spend a bit more time in each pose, not quite as long as Yin, but still we like to really feel into the posture, ground into the earth, rather than flow in a fast way, which sometimes we crave. But when you're looking for more of a grounding practice, I always recommend Hatha. Not necessarily mean easier, but it does mean you have more time in a posture. Let's go. Inhale, reach the arms up. Reach, reach, reach. Small back bend. And as you exhale, take a fold all the way down to the ground. Maybe take a bend in the knees to extend them again. Option to have opposite elbows or hands towards the ground. In any case, release the head, release the neck. If your body is warm and it feels accessible,
you can always bring the hands to the elbows on the back of the legs. And just experiment here with shifting the weight forward into the toes and slowly lowering the elbows down, bringing the chest closer to the thighs. So when we think about our cow pose, so we don't want to be rounding up here in cat, think more bringing the chest towards the thighs and then releasing into a neutral spine. Just 3 breaths here. Nice. Inhale to your halfway lift. Long spine. Gaze is directly on the ground in front of you. Crown of the head is long, neck is long. Think about the hips pushing back, coccyx pushes back. And can you see how there's a long line with my spine here? Just watch that you're not kind of up here or equally down here. It's easiest, I find, to bring the hands to the legs and push very slightly, bring the shoulders down. Just look directly ahead. Deep breath in and exhale back to your fold. Place the hands on the ground, bend the knees if you need. Lift the right leg, step it all the way back. Drop the right knee down. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Press that left foot into the ground. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, relax the shoulders. Nice low lunge. Think about the thighs gluing towards one another. And the back foot is just as active as the front. Inhale, reach up, look slightly up towards the sky. And exhale, hands come back down. Step the left foot back into your plank. Push the ground away. Drop knees. Bring the chin, chest towards the ground. Snake it through to your low cobra. Breathe in. And as you exhale, lower back down. We're going to do low cobra again. This time fingertips off the mat. Inhale, pull the elbows back, keep the feet on the ground, low cobra. Hold for 3 breaths. Notice while you're here, which parts of the leg are connected with the ground. Feel that slight engagement in the glutes. And then lower it back down, nice. And here we're going to bring the left hand over the right hand. Rest the forehead on the hands. And then glue the whole left leg into the ground. So we're just pressing one leg into the ground. I want you to notice the difference between the two sides. When you engage one, and try and relax the other. And release. And again, now press the left leg into the ground. This time, we're going to lift the right leg up as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, lower it back down, but don't touch the ground. And again, inhale, reach it up. And exhale, lower down. It doesn't have to reach up very high. You want both hips on the ground. Let's do one more. And release, nice. Swap the hands, so right hand over left, forehead comes back down. Glue the right leg this time into the ground. It might feel a bit strange trying to do the other side. Just stay with it. And release. Again, pressing the right leg into the ground, try and relax the left. Same time, and release. And again, gluing the right thigh, the right foot. And this time lifting the left leg as you breathe in. Again, doesn't have to be very high. As you breathe out, lower it down. Breathe in to lift. And breathe out to lower. Once more. Really nice. Bring the hands beneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift the chest, come into your cobra. Cobra or upward facing dog. And then we're going to continue it all the way through to downward facing dog. We bring the right foot up, knee comes to the front, foot comes between the hands, drop the left leg. Inhale, reach forward and up. Low lunge, other side. See if you can square the hips. Engage the core. Take 3 full breaths. On your next inhale, reach up, look up. And exhale, hands come to the ground. Step the left foot forward. We're back in our fold. Nice bend in the knees as you inhale, sweep the arms out to the side and up. And exhale, palms to center. Might be feeling a little bit warmer at this point. Hold. Okay, so we're gonna now go into a grounding tree pose. So what we want to do is try and get both feet grounded on the earth. Hi Hazel, I can see you've just joined. I'm just doing the recording. We're about almost done now. So we're at the final 6 minutes. You might prefer to watch the recording, but it's totally up to you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
Thanks.
No worries, Hazel. Okay, sorry for that. Let's continue. We're going to ground the left foot into the earth and then lift the right, bring it either to the top of the ankle or you can use the hand, bring it further up. As you inhale, reach the arms up, try and find your balance, find your focal point, your drishti. In Sanskrit, that means your focal point with the eyes. An area of stillness, tree pose. Bring to mind an image of a strong tree, strong roots. Imagine as if there are roots coming out the sole of the foot and into the earth. Shoulders are relaxed, but arms are out wide, branches are out wide. One more breath. And then we release the leg down, bring the arms down. I'm going to go onto the other side, lifting the left foot up off the ground, pressing leg into foot, foot into leg. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, soften shoulders. Find that focal point directly ahead of you. So we don't want to be looking down or up. Try and find it directly ahead. 3 breaths. And then we're going to release the knee, the leg, the arms. Bring the feet about just slightly wider than shoulder width. Notice that bend if you can bend. And then we're going to just take some ragdoll swings. So we've been holding a few postures. Now just let the body swing, bend at the limit of each turn. Let the arms tap wherever they do. Just try and tune into that momentum. Let go, we're not holding, we're just swinging, almost in a childlike way. And then find stillness. We're going to make our way down to the ground now. You
You can come through Malasana or you can find your way down. If you're with me coming through Malasana, just bring the toes a little bit wider than mat distance. Reach the arms up. And as you exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows, and the palms in front of you. Elbows come inside of the knees. Take a full breath here. And then bring the hands down to the ground. The knees come down. And we're going to find each other in child's pose. So toes come to touch, hips to the heels, reach the arms out in front, forehead to the earth. Imagine something that you want to let go of, that you want to release. And imagine giving it to the earth. Almost as if it's an offering that can then be turned into something that can be planted in a different way, that can grow in a different way, stronger. Knowing that the cycle always has our back. It's okay to let go, to release. And then we're going to slowly roll ourselves up, lean forward, cross at the ankles, and extend the legs out. You're going to shuffle forward as needed. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, roll the spine down onto the ground. Bring the feet a little bit wider than the knees, and then the knees drop inwards to touch. Bring the hands to the lower abdomen, the womb space. Just going to breathe here. And roll the head slowly from side to side. Find stillness. Observing the sensations in the body. Letting them be as they are. And now take any final position before we go into Shavasana. You can bring the knees towards the chest. You can separate them, come into a happy baby. Really just take whatever you need for this final posture. We won't be here for too long. And then we're gonna reach the legs out, let the toes point outwards, palms face the sky, Shavasana, final resting pose. We'll be here for the final couple of minutes of today's practice. I always encourage a longer Shavasana where possible, so if you do have the capacity today, I encourage you to maybe pause the video and take a slightly longer one, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Either way, we'll be here for 2 more minutes together. Just release it all into the earth. There is nothing left to do. This moment, these final couple of minutes of the Shavasana for now,
are solely for you. Let the body breathe you. Awareness to the body, awareness to the breath. Start to wriggle the fingers and the toes. Roll onto your right side. Maybe take a moment before meeting me back in seated. Once we're in seated, bring the hands together. Connect with your intention that you set at the beginning of the practice today. Notice the quality of breath, quality of mind, how you feel after this practice. We're going to close today's practice with sound. So if it feels okay for you to let out some sound, and I do encourage that. We're going to do two different things. The first one is kind of like the sound of a buzzing bee. Really calming for the nervous system. We're going to do that again. I'm going to cue an inhale, then we're going to go to buzzing bee until you reach the end of that. Breathe in. Close the lips, allow the breath in through the nose. Next sound is the Om. So the pronunciation is like an A-U-M almost. It's like ow. So when we make the ah sound, bring awareness to our root space, starting from the root. When we go to the O sound, bring awareness slightly higher up to the solar plexus, the center, the heart. When we go to the bring it up even further to the center of the forehead, between the eyebrows and the top of the head. So let's try that together. I'll cue the inhale and we'll do 3 rounds of Om. Breathe in. Thumbs to the center of the forehead, a gentle bow of gratitude to yourself for showing up today. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Please let me know how you got on. I'd love to hear how you found the practice, what felt good for you, what was challenging, and I'll speak to you soon. Big hugs.